I am sore today.
Rich is always A.
Yesterday was the 20th edition of Run, Rich, Run. It's the 20th anniversary of me lacing him up.
I love it, Rich.
And deciding to run a 40-yard dash in my suit.
Man, was cooking yesterday.
Was it hot?
It was indeed hot day at the Rose Bowl, America Stadium. It was a beautiful day, a blue sky. We had 3 kids from St. Jude Children's Research Hospital there running, and then a whole bunch of other children that were invited to be there. Some, are friends of my kids who were all there. And another one set a record yesterday. Kid set a record yesterday, which we'll get to in a second. So I had 3 kids from St. Jude and then 3 guests that were kind enough to take part of their Sunday and spend it with us at the Rose Bowl. Todd Gurley, Andrew Whitworth, you've heard of them from the Los Angeles Rams back in the day. Mm-hmm. And a third one invited, because I don't know if you've seen all these videos out there that I'm popping on my Instagram feed, and NFL Network's popping on the Instagram feed of shout-outs in my direction in honor of the 20th anniversary of Run, Rich, Run, and helping to raise awareness and get the donation link out, stjude.org/runrichrun. Susie's been out there for weeks now. Grinding and getting as many of these videos, pretty much 90% of the videos that you're seeing out there on social media that were popping out there, Susie's been behind the scenes making sure that this happens, which is one of the many reasons why I love my wife. And she told me the other day, hey, I just got off the phone with Jim Harbaugh. I'm like, great. I thought he's going to make a video. She's like, no. Jim actually asked when the event is. I think he's going to come. And his wife, Sarah, and they brought the Harbaugh family came en masse yesterday. And you'll see this in the video that we're going to run at the 3rd day of the NFL draft when we reveal how fast or how slow I ran it. And it's just a lot of these videos that we've compiled. But I had no idea whether Jim was going to be there or not because he was at Michigan Saturday. We ran Sunday. He was at the Michigan spring game on Saturday, where he also got that tattoo, that 15-0 tattoo that he put on his top of his left arm. And he said he was going to get if they won it all, and they did. He's a man of his word. But Suze is just like, I think he's coming. He said he was going to come. I'm like, great. But she goes, if not, the Harbaughs are going to be there. I'm like, let's all run. Fantastic. Well, he showed up. And as the kids all lined up running the 40, TJ, they were all lining up in their 40-yard dash line. Mm-hmm. I looked up, and because I asked Jim, I'm like, hey, if you're here, would you mind being part of the piece that we're going to run on NFL Network? He goes, absolutely, no problem. I had no idea what he's going to do other than the fact I wanted him to, well, you'll see what he does. But I'm on the 40-yard dash line with my stopwatch getting ready to time all the kids that are running. And I look up, and I hear Jim Harbaugh's voice. He grabbed the bullhorn that our director had, because there's cameras all over the place. We had a drone. We had cameras up top. There's cameras everywhere. And the NFL Network is so dynamite in providing this. And the top-notch crew from Louise Carter, who's basically helping run the whole damn thing from the NFL Network, and Dallas Hitchcock, who's in charge of winning all the Emmy Awards for NFL 360. He's the producer, and Jim Fabio's the director. He had a bullhorn to try and tell the kids, now it's time to run, or hey, everybody get over here. Well, Jim grabbed the bullhorn and started announcing each kid's name over and over and over again. Like running now is Cole.
How old they were.
10-year-old.
Amazing.
He did it, because many kids ran second and third runs. Mm-hmm. And so he kept doing it for like a half an hour.
Just of his own free will.
And then one kid in particular ran it 6 times, a record 6 times. Chris, you want to reveal who that child was?
His name's Cage Brockman.
Cage Brockman. Ran it 6 times. Here's one of those runs.
Oh, look at that form. Look at that form by my boy.
There he goes.
Cage was booking, man.
There he goes, straight through.
And then that was his first one.
Okay.
So, because Cage was kind of at the end of the line, they ran out of St. Jude shirts. Luckily, he was wearing a red shirt.
Well, it's his Falcon shirt
yeah, so
because
he kind of
his
blended
mom
in.
was there. How psyched was she to meet Todd Gurley, by the
Very
way?
excited
I
to meet
imagine.
Todd Gurley.
Okay, cool.
And so he just like gave me a high five on the way back. Was like, "Hey, Dad, I'm gonna go run it again." Then he went back in line, and then Harbaugh was like, "Okay, Cage is back."
Well,
and then
at
he
one
ran
point-
again.
At one point, he ran his I think it was his third 40, and then because he's a cute, beautiful little boy, a lot of the older kids just let him cut the line.
Yeah.
And at one point, I heard Harbaugh go, "Okay, I don't know how he got back here so quick, but it's Cage again."
And then it was like, he needs no introduction. It's
But
Cage.
it's good time. Harbaugh goes, "He needs no introduction."
He just kept going around and around.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Which is what it's
It
all
was
about.
very, very
It's
fun.
about
Yeah,
having
it was very
fun.
fun.
It's about laughing. It's about celebrating children. It's about celebrating the health of children on a beautiful Chamber of Commerce, Southern California day in the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Beautiful.
Sorry,
day.
I wasn't able to make it, but I did make a donation.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
I greatly appreciate that. And I gave your check to St. Jude yesterday,
Thanks,
Mike.
Rich.
Thank you for
Thank
that.
you. You're welcome.
And I'm high-fiving a young girl from Jamaica named Azalea, who
She
is
ran
healthy.
really fast, by the way.
Her dad was saying to me, and this is why the funds matter. Every penny matters. He told me, and I'll share this story because I'm sure, he was ready. He's in Jamaica. He's ready to sell his house and his car to pay for the health care because his daughter had cancer. And St. Jude, I don't know how they got connected, but they did. And St. Jude brings her from Jamaica to Memphis. And now she is here in Southern California at the Rose Bowl running multiple 40-yard dashes with a smile on her face and a healthy life in front of her. You cannot make it up. A boy with brain cancer from South Carolina, 14-year-old Sydney. He was there. First thing he said to me, because I Zoomed with him prior to the Super Bowl, we aired that contents of that conversation on our Super Bowl show. First thing he says to me is, "I'm going to run faster than you." I'm like, first of all, I appreciate your competitive spirit, but secondly, you absolutely will. I loved it. Loved it. And Michael from California, enjoyed meeting him and his family, and then everybody else who came out. A bunch of kids are from the volunteers who were there, brought their kids. There was one little boy. I wish I
probably
had his run
40,
stuff.
50 kids. It was great.
The kid couldn't have been more than like 3 feet tall. I'm serious. And his upper body didn't move, and his lower legs looked like the Roadrunner.
He had great form.
He had great form.
It was fun. Such a fun day. That's why you're so good at this, Rich.
Oh, please.
It's so awesome what you do.
There they
look
are.
at the clan. That's so great.
There they are. And of course, Gurley, I think he ran one.
Curly ran one. Did he race somebody?
I think he raced one of the
someone.
St. Jude kids.
Yeah.
And Whitworth, I mean, man of the year, Walter Payton, man of the year. He was awesome. And Harbaugh. He autographed. They had us all autograph the bullhorn, and that's going to be sold for charity as well.
that's
When it's
awesome.
ready, when it's been,
What a great idea.
when it's ready to be auctioned off. And then one last thing, Harbaugh showed his tattoo,
I missed that.
and it has like a cover, like a clear covering over it. Again, I'm not an ink guy.
So
clearly.
he just got it.
He just got it Saturday.
yeah. That's-
So it's there to I guess, get
Protect
it.
it.
Yeah,
or
you got to
whatever.
protect it.
He was concerned about the ink bleeding because right now, through the protective cover, right there it is without the protective cover. He's concerned because it looks like, instead of 15-0, it looks like the record is 16-8. Through the cellophane that's on right now.
16-8.
And I'm like, uh-oh.
That would be-
You got the tat. Now it's going to be 16-8, man. That's
Yeah.
not what the record is or was. But he was just, I can't thank him enough, and Andrew Whitworth and Todd Gurley and the rest of the crew. I know I gave some shout outs to all the folks at St. Jude and Deedon Brozino of the Rose Bowl. Just generous with his time, and can't thank everyone enough. But please, stjude.org/RunRichRun. Give whatever you can. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.